I'm gonna go ahead and make the pretzel recipe that I had posted the kind of shaping and stuff for here. So we're gonna start out with 255 grams of warm filtered water. 256, there, fine. And then we're going to add 13 grams of brown sugar, and this helps activate our yeast, and it's 4 grams for just a single recipe. Usually I double this, but I'm not going to today. I've got enough going on with making runza dough and stuff. And that's about ready to explode behind me. I need to punch that down. So we're just gonna mix this up to let the yeast kind of incorporate, and we'll cover this up for about 5 to 10 minutes with a wet paper towel or tea towel. And we'll come back and I'll show you kind of what we look for to make sure that our yeast is active and thriving and happy. But I'll just cover this up with a damp towel and we'll come back in 5 to 10 minutes and then we'll put the rest of this together. All right, we're gonna get the rest of our pretzel mix started here. So that's just our water, yeast, and brown sugar. I've got that little froth foam on top here. That just lets me know my yeast is alive and well. Goodness. Okay, so 200 grams of discard. Our 200 grams of discard, we're gonna go in with 12 grams of salt, 567 grams, maybe, of flour. I just use all purpose. I don't think it really makes a difference. So 567 on the dot. All right, so we're gonna put this on the mixer here. We don't add the butter quite yet. We're just gonna get this kind of combined first. I'm gonna add 56 grams of melted butter, which is about a half a stick. Didn't have enough melted butter here. 28. Yeah, that's fine. Good enough. Mix this up together. The butter's pretty warm. That's my fault. So it should just make a nice ball shape here dough, and we will do a little bit of kneading here, but it should not take much. Okay. I'm gonna call that good enough on our mixer. And that's kind of what it looks like. I'm just gonna get it into more of a ball-shaped form. It's very buttery. Made this mistake before when I waited a little bit too long, because you're supposed to add the butter towards the end, but there's just kind of a fine line of adding it at a good time for it to be incorporated into it, and what I did, which is adding it a little bit too late to where it's just a big old grease ball. But this dough is easy to work with, so I'm not really worried about it. So I'm just trying to get it smoothed out a little bit and get that butter all and as incorporated as I can. And then I do have a greased bowl here that I'm gonna put our dough in, and that's what it looks like right now. I will cover it. This has a lid, and we will revisit this in about an hour or two when it has doubled in size, and then we'll start our shaping. But that's the recipe for those pretzels that I shaped, and everybody who's had them has ordered them multiple times. My uncle sampled them at that party, and this is an order for him that he ordered yesterday. So hopefully that helps.